Well, hello friends. I'm trying something a little new today. I do this a lot. I've noticed I do this a lot. Okay, one, I can't see you, or me. I can't see me. My monitor's turned off. So I'm gonna try that. I also am trying to use a different camera. So I'm crossing my fingers. The video quality on this is a lot better than what it's been. I'm gonna scoot my little table over here. So this is a special little video that I've got in store for you. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but so I did a little video a while ago about how I organize my movies. And I'm gonna kind of basically go over that again in case you missed that video. So when I buy a new movie, I put it on the shelf and I add it to the end of the bookcase. So for instance, like, give me an example. So we'll take Mickey, okay? So when I get this, I'll add it to the very end of the lineup. And then what I'll do is I'll put a number on my movie, right? So on the spine of the movie gets the number. Well, what I do is I use that number to help me find my movies. So a lot of people, you'll know, like when they collect movies like this, they will put them in alphabetical order. So that takes a lot of time. You kind of have to move things around. And if somebody grabs a movie and then puts it in the wrong spot, then you might lose it or not be able to find it or whatever. Also, some people will put them in groups, in genres. So you have science fiction, comedy, drama, action, documentaries, cartoons, whatever, and they'll put them in these little sections. Again, there's no markings on the disc for the movie, and if you're looking for something in particular, but it's in the wrong place or somehow got shuffled around because you have kids or somebody or whatever, it's kind of hard to find. But when they have the number on the bottom of them, you're not looking for the title of the movie. When you're looking for the number. And the way we do this is really simple. We take this thing called a list. So this is my hard copy version. But in my phone, in my tablet, in my iPod, I have a digital version called My Movies 4 Pro, I think is what it's called now. There's different versions of it, different names, and yeah, you have to buy the app. It's usually a one-time thing. Usually it's like, I think $12. Don't quote me on that. It changes. So then what we'll do is we put it on that, and then I print out a PDF file. Now, this was from Excel, I believe, but it's quite simple. So basically, it's all on the list. It's all in alphabetical order. So whatever you're looking for, it's in alphabetical order. So for example, let's see. Let's see, a good one. It's a good one here. I want to find a good movie. Here we go. Bruce Almighty. Okay, so they're in alphabetical order. These are the B's, and it's Bruce Almighty. Well, right next to Bruce Almighty has a number, and the number is 90. And you're like, oh, okay, well, 90. I know where to go to find my movie. So I'm like, number 90 is going to be right there. So then I just reach up, I grab number 90, I'm done. And that's all I have to do. And it's really quick and really simple. So that's it. That's how it is. In the app, you go into the app and you just go into the search bar, type in what movie you want or whatever, and it's there. Now, if you don't know the name of the movie you want to watch, but you know what kind of movie you want to watch. So you want to watch a drama, for instance. Well, drama, okay, that's easy. You're like, all right, you go into the app, on the device, and you use the filter, only show me drama films. And then it'll give you a list of every single drama film in your collection. And when you find one you want, you look next to it and there's a number. And it says, okay, that is number whatever. And you're like, oh, okay, there it is right there. Boom, you pull it out, you're good to go. So that is amazing. That is simple as far as I'm concerned. Because I am dyslexic. And so for me to try to figure out alphabetical orders or what, it's just a complete nightmare. And then when you buy something new, everything has to get shifted down and you have to put it in. And when you get over 1,000 titles, putting a new title in alphabetical order, even if it is just in that just that section, just that genre, it's still kind of a pain in the rear because you got to take one out of this shelf, move it to this shelf, one out of that shelf and move it to the next. And you're just sliding it down, sliding it down, sliding it down. And it can get a little overwhelming, to say the least. Especially if you've got 50 titles you've got to put away. Now, the other option is too, when you get it, so you get your you get your brand new title. Here, you get your brand new title. It's a perfect one. You get your brand new title, and you have to scan it. So you take your phone or your tablet, beep, you scan it, you add it to your playlist, and then you have to get out the little ticker tape machine, which I have hiding over there, and you pull out the thing. You take your ticker tape thing, and you print out your number. Then you take your number, and you put your number on the bottom of the artwork. Now, for those the true ones, they're like, oh, no, don't do that. You'll ruin the artwork. Okay, fine. I see that. If you plan on selling your stuff at some point in time, I get it. Then your number is permanently on the artwork, and if you try to remove it, you ruin the artwork. Okay, but I don't sell my stuff. And if I do get rid of it, I usually give it away. I don't ask anything for it because I have destroyed the artwork. Now, there's been a couple times I've had people approach me and be like, dude, you have a title, can I have that, or can I buy that from you? Usually not. Once it goes on my shelf in my thing here, it's done. It's over with and finished. Now, this is an example of one I need to do. I haven't done this yet. But these old snapper cases, okay? The problem with these is they don't have a plastic sleeve. So when you put the number on them, it's over time, the number peels and wants to come off, just like this one does. Well, I'm in the process, and I've lived with this for a few years, but I'm in the process now. I'm taking some packing tape, just about that much, and I'm putting over the number to help seal the number in. But that's what I'm starting to do. That's the process I'm starting to do. I've got a lot of these snapper cases, so it's definitely going to definitely take me some time to get through my entire collection. I mean, look at this. And it's all of it. So, yeah, I don't know how many sheets there are. There's over 100. There's probably 125, 126 sheets here. And, yeah, it's just crazy. But, you know what? It is what it is. Yeah. Family movie. Ooh, I haven't seen that. Fargo. I need to go watch Fargo. I haven't seen Fargo in a long time. So, yeah. It is what it is. But this is the way I found that works. I found this system years ago. I had a buddy of mine who was also a collector. He's unfortunately not with us anymore. But he had, and we're talking, got to be close to 20 years ago. He had almost 1,000 titles, probably closer to 1,200 titles. And he was alphabetizing everything. And I'm helping him put stuff away, and I'm looking at this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a complete nightmare to sit here and watch him try to get all these titles sorted and put away. Hours. He'd go to a flea market or a garage sale or whatever. He'd have 50 to 100 titles, or whatever, and I mean, one title would take him 10 minutes. I mean, it was just because you have to move everything. Well, could you imagine having, 10,000 titles? Well, I was looking ahead in the future. I was like, oh my gosh, I have over 6,000 titles. So I'm like, if I had to shift one case every single section of bookcase over, even if I left 3 or 4 out of a bookcase, that's a lot. First of all, that's a lot of empty spots, and second of all, eventually that space is going to be taken up, so I'm going to have to shift again. And then, like I said, what if one of the kids comes down, grabs a movie, and when they go to put it back, they put it back in a different spot, whatever's easiest or most convenient. So now I got stuff out of sequence and out of its area. I have no way of tracing that, no way of seeing that. So that's why I do this and the way I do this. So anywho, I've talked a lot, but this was a special little video I wanted to throw together for you, just to kind of give you the what for. I kind of explained it before, but this kind of makes it a little easier. And then I'll show you here. I'll split this up a little bit. I'll show you here. So the other way I've got this, the way I got this set up too. So the very first column gives me the number of where on the shelf. Now, if it's blank, there's nothing in where the number is, then I know it's a VHS. I just haven't added the VHSs to my collection. Now, I could do that, but then when I go to put them, the VHSs would have to be on my shelves too, and that takes up space. And I've done that before where I have the VHSs as well, and it does. It takes up way too much space. And the problem with the VHS tape is they're so narrow. So, when you're sitting these on the shelf and you have a back on the shelf, it's not going to sit that way. It's actually going to sit like this. So you're going to have these spots where the VHS is further in. And I'm OCD. That doesn't work for me. I like everything in the front to be flush. So I just keep all of my VHS tapes separate, and I do them differently. That's just kind of the way I am. So then that first column, I have it set up to where there's the number, where on the shelf it is. And then the next column is the title of the movie. So whatever the name of the title is, Fire Down Below, or 50 Pills, Field of Dreams, Fat Albert, whatever, Fools Rush In, Footloose, Four Christmases, whatever. And so then the next column over is what format. Now, right now, as the moment, this column here, it only says DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K. 4K Ultra HD. But that's all that column says. I will be adding, I'm going to go through, because this particular program I'm using doesn't put VHS in here. So I'm going to go through and I'll end up hand changing those out. And then the next column over is the release date, when it was released. Now, the program that I'm currently using doesn't give me the option, so I left a space, and then I can put in here as I go through what it is. Is it a drama, a sci-fi, comedy, whatever? I can write that in on the side, or whatever I want to use that column for. So we used to do this years ago. The wife, she actually went through every single title in my collection and entered them in the Excel program by hand. That took forever. So we don't do that anymore. Instead, we use that My Movies app on your device, on your phone or tablet, which does it for you. And it's exactly the same setup she did. So yeah, it does it for you. Now I just printed these off, so I haven't put them in sleeves yet, but I have plastic sleeves and a folder that this goes into. So if you're looking through them, instead of them getting all bummed up like they're getting because I'm moving them around, they're inside page protectors. So you can hand it over to a friend or a family member or a kid or whoever, and they can just kind of flip through it, trying to find something that they're interested in. I've had it where I've had friends come over and want to watch a movie, and they'll sit for an hour and a half going through my entire list of stuff, and not because I couldn't find anything, but because they're like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that movie. Oh my gosh, you own that? And what's cool too is they do the same exact thing. They come here and they look on the shelf and they just stand there and they're like in awe. Oh my gosh, you got this and you got that. Oh wow, I haven't seen that since I was a kid. And it just kind of brings back memories. It's kind of like a little Disneyland kind of thing, or whatever. So yeah, that is it, you guys. That's my organization. That's how I do it. For me, it's really simple or it's very simple, not complicated at all. It's much easier for me to find things numerically than it is alphabetically, and as well as putting stuff away. And I've seen there's some people on the internet that are also collectors, and instead of alphabetizing, they'll just say, okay, well, here's comedy, and here's the section A. Here's section B for comedy. Here's section D for comedy. And in that section, they're not alphabetized. That's all the first letter. That's what you got. So that's it. That's all she wrote. So, all right, you guys, I want to say thank you so much for coming, hanging out with me again today. And y'all have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, y'all, bye for now. All right, how do I turn this stupid thing off? I can't see.